Alright, what we've got here is a Satellite 800 Millennium Grundig Shortwave Radio. And this is kind of a tutorial on how to use it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I did a little research and I got lucky. I found this at a garage sale. And I got lucky, got it real cheap. So this is, I went on the internet and there's meters. 49 meter, it starts at 5900 kilohertz, okay? I believe that's 5.9 megahertz. So you've got 5900 kilohertz. The internet said 49 meter was the best at night, and right now it's nighttime. I'm shooting this about it's about midnight right now, and Central Time. So that makes 6 hours ahead is England. England is 6 hours ahead, so it's about 6 a.m. right now in England. And I wanted to get on the shortwave radio and just see what's going on in the world. I don't know, there's World War III. Russia has been having nuclear drills. Millions and millions of people are drilling for nuclear war or whatever. It's I don't know what's going on in the world. So I thought, well, I'll turn on the shortwave radio and just see what's going on out there. I've got a pretty good antenna, and you're gonna have to live with a lot of static here. So I don't want a lot of hate comments. Oh, it's so static. I can't do anything about it. Maybe my antenna is not strong enough. I don't know, but here we go. Now we're starting at 49 meter, 5900 kilohertz. All right, so let's give it a whirl here and see what happens. Alright, so you get static now at 5900, and we're going to go up because right now, according to the internet, 5900 to 6200 is best at night. So we're going to move the frequency up. Just see what we can find. I'm getting something there. Now you hit these buttons. There's SSB, USB, LSB, and then it'll change single sideband, lower sideband, upper sideband. And you kind of hear somebody talking there, but it's gibberish. We're at 59,225. Kind of hear somebody talking there. Well, there's bandwidth too. Got something. Sounds like music. The phone number to call is 1-800 So we got 2.3 bandwidth, and LSB seems to be the best, lower side band. Getting something here, I don't know what it is, some kind of music. Kind of haunting, whatever it is. We got treble. Can lower some of that static. I got the bass cranked all the way up. Sounds like haunting music to me. Let's move it up. I'll just turn this down a second. Now remember, shortwave, they say in a disaster situation with nuclear war or whatever, that shortwave is the only radio that's going to work, and that's how people are going to communicate. So maybe it's a good idea if you invest in one of these shortwave radios so you can listen to what's going on in the world. And all you need is a long wire in your backyard. Just throw a big wire up. You have to look it up. It's north or south. The best way to put it is north, south, or east, west. I don't remember, but this might be the best way to go. Let's just go, and this is just some kind of music, so we're going to keep going up and see what we can find. Well, there's 360. I hear something. Sounds like kind of ghostly music again. I'm going to go up. I've got a pretty good antenna back there in my backyard. There's 5949.4. Nothing. 5950. According to the internet, again, it's 5900 to 6200 is best at night. So if there's stuff out there, I should be able to get it. It's definitely night. It's midnight Central Time. So we'll go to 6200. Well, I've heard there's been some pretty weird stuff. Art Bell said that he found a frequency where the code, where they were secret codes. Spies communicate with each other. They have secret codes, and then you have to decipher the code. That's pretty painful. Here we go.
U.S. President Barack Obama presidency, supporters of Puerto Rican political Rivera, first to the Rivera. In prison for 35 years, 73-year-old Rivera
It's getting something.
for seducing to zero. Yes, has never been thought. We harm anyone. International human rights leader,
6,000 kilohertz. So you go 3, 1, 2, 3, so it's 6 megahertz. There's something there. Kind of mess with the buttons and try to make it. I'm going to keep going up because you can barely hear it. Definitely get more activity now at 6,000. Europe's waking up. England is 6 o'clock in the morning, so. There's 60-30. Something there, but can't get it to come in. There's a weird tone at 6045.4. This could be, who knows, military, could be anything. Something there.
Vulnerability to natural disasters. The poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere was hit by a force 4 hurricane out of a maximum of 5.
Dang it, I had it, but it's gone.
The hurricane force winds and torrential rains isolated at least 30 villages.
AM sync makes it work.
Under fragility.
So
the Haitian government has assigned a quota of $7,700 for each of the 140 counties in the nation to meet the damages caused by the powerful hurricane. But this amount appears to be minimal compared to the extent of the losses. There are contradictory figures for the number of fatal victims. So far, just over 400 bodies have been recovered, but many say the number is much larger. Cataclysms of this type are especially devastating in Haiti, where homes are very fragile and not always are located in safe places. More than 55,000 citizens are staying in fragile camps with minimal living facilities. Currently opened in 2010 after Haiti was rocked by earthquakes that killed not less than 200,000 inhabitants. Many Haitians were not able to escape alive from a cholera outbreak that followed the earthquake. Although fluent professionals, including many Cuban doctors, are desperately trying to help prevent new victims of this and other diseases. Unfortunately, the last hurricane leveled homes, power and telephone systems, and seems to have also felled the few trees left from the last such disaster. The absence of plant fibers increased the soil erosion, and very often rocks railing communities, causing more casualties. Foreign physicians working in Haiti coincide with a few local doctors in fearing that the pollution of water sources could lead to an increase in gastrointestinal disorders, which are usually fatal for children, the aged, and the infirm. These fears seem to be based on the fact that
So it's a broadcast about Haiti. Turn this down. It's a broadcast about Haiti, talking about the earth or the hurricane in Haiti. It's coming in, but we're going to keep going up and see what we can find. Oh, look at that. It almost comes in better. Must be a strong station. Coming in at 60-60 too.
The only hope to mitigate this calamitous situation is that the World Food Program of the United Nations, the government of Venezuela, and other sources will supply Haiti as food stuff. For sure, Haiti can count on the...
Yeah, it's still coming in at 60-60. That's pretty, must be powerful.
That has been working...
There's 60-66. We're getting something.
When I meet people in really make them from the quality of the water I drink. Any acid diet-based water. It feels different. And I know it's easier on my appliances than the hard water that usually comes out of the taps.
There's 60-67.
Things I notice with the water. Find out how Connecticut systems work and get the answers to your questions at connecticut.ca.
Canada.
This is the Richard Krause Show on In-Depth Radio, News Talk 1010.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Richard Krause. In studio, we have the creative side. Well, there's all creative side. We have the director and creators of a show called Shoot the Messenger. You can see it Monday, October 10th on CBC television at 9 p.m.
This is a station coming out of Canada.
Also, Hannah Anderson and Shadia
Keep going up.
Here. They are two of the stars of the show. We've been talking about it. It's 1 hour.
Lest we forget that all we have comes from God. This Feast of the Tabernacles.
Religious station.
We move out into a temporary structure.
60-87.
Therein for 7 days to remind ourselves that all that we have is equally temporary. God gives and God takes it. And all we have comes.
Seems that when I hit the AM sync, it seems to come in a lot better.
203 by the time the week was finished. On top of and above every other burnt offering. On top of and above the tithe. On top of and above the meat.
So it's a sermon, it's a religious thing. 60-87.
Trespass offerings. Or meal offerings. On top of the...
Housing and agriculture has been enormous.
So that was a report by Jacqueline de la Rosa, a correspondent with Radio Havana, Cuba, in Guantanamo.
Ah, here we got Havana, Cuba. 60-98.
And this is the Radio Havana, Cuba. Thanks for joining us on this Friday, making this a part of your weekend on the radio. Radio Havana. Sports report. We got sports guy. He looks really sporty today.
It's pretty cool. Havana, Cuba.
Thank you, Mark. You guys look great, too. The International Amateur Boxing Association defended 36 wrestlers having participated in the Olympic Games in Rio 2016.
60-98.
Boxing competition activities until an investigation
49 meter.
of the referees comes to an end. Complaints of several fighters who believed they were cheated after they were eliminated from the competition in Rio took the organization to suspend some referees and
It's in English. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going up.
investigation.
Remind the world of the greatness of God's provision. And I will tell all that they had.
Another religious station, 60,
Now in this month we
93.
come to the calendar time on the Hebrew calendar, beginning with the Feast of the Trumpets, followed by the Day of Atonement, which ushers in, 5 days later, the Feast of the Tabernacles. Over these meeting rules, I'll ask the people who support here,
I think you get a better antenna. It'd probably be better, but I thought I had a good antenna out there.
Christ
But
was born on the Feast of the Trumpets, not the 17th.
Because let's just do 20 days and still nothing happened. So but more and more I'm able to just sort of relax. And I was actually just in Montreal doing a self tape.
I hate the static, but can't get around it.
3 little dots on the window, and I had someone behind me doing it. Like,
The
it all...
3 dots are an eye line?
They're an eye line, yeah. One, I was in,
Another
I was
station,
in the
60,
same year
73.
last year. I put a picture of Taylor Swift from a magazine. Well, I learned things from Taylor. I didn't get that part, but, you know.
So it's like Hollywood gossip or something. 60, 72.
But I tell you something about Hannah, though. So when Hannah auditioned, there was this feeling, right? We immediately thought she is perfect, right? First of all, you guys can't see her, but Hannah and Charlie are just drop dead gorgeous. And so we were like, but it wasn't. But they had the intelligence, because Chloe needs to be a really intelligent, quietly powerful character.
That's
And
coming
so
in
we
good.
immediately
60,
thought she
69.
is perfect. And then someone sent it off to CBC, and they're like, yeah, she's really good, but I don't know, she looks so much like the lead. People might get confused. And so we're like, really?
Well, they're sisters.
They're sisters. Yeah, that should usually work well together. They were like, yeah, we don't know. So we're okay. All right, what can we do here?
Dye your hair. What do you do?
Yeah.
So it sounds like just gossip. Music.
An NBC debut in 2013, his fame has hit 27 doubles in the current season and stands with a batting average of 282, the highest for a Latino player in the Pacific Circuit. The Peruvian athlete, who has participated in 11 Cuban National Baseball Championships period,
Sounds like
with the Bravo
Cuba
team,
Cuba
are the
again.
main contenders
60,
for the
60.
NBC Latino of the Year award. The Spanish public
I really suggest the Shortwave Radio if you want to
surrounding Neymar
listen to the whole world.
to investigate the play. His father and the former
Check your Craigslist, local Craigslist. You can probably get one cheap. Like I said, I got lucky. I got this at a garage sale. Sounds like Spanish. Wait a minute. I'm going down. I gotta go back up. I went the wrong way.
local time. In Cuba, expectations about these games are overwhelming. So it's highly probable we'll find a really crowded stadium anxious to see both Cuban and American players.
Okay, 60-60. Sorry, I went backwards. I'm getting tired.
He immediately takes that note, internalizes it, and comes up with something that
I told you that these days doing more than double duty. You know, the Lord knows we're able. He knows that we're able, and He knows that He'll never give you something that you are not able to handle. When I say that, not in your own strength, but that He provides the
6091.
provides the strength. And in my double duty has been a blessing. To be back in the office. Let's
Trying to go
away
up,
from
wait a minute. Not going down.
Everybody looking at the horizon, hoping to catch sight of the return of her beloved husband.
The original statue is preserved today in the City Museum of Havana. The place
Havana again.
in a way is a
61. Something coming in there, but it's real weak.
Existe servicio de portal de relações urbanas comunitárias ou pelo portal do voluntário. Tá aí.
6178. Só Spanish.
Que pode fazer parte da transformação do ambiente em que vive. É bacana isso, né? Bacana. Cuidado, né? Faz mutirão aí na quadra onde você mora, né? Tá no fazenda, né?
We're just fast and
Bem feito, direitinho, arruma as quadras de esporte. A população está esclarecendo ainda. Não é só, porque tem uma vez que eu acho que tem que estragar. Na estrada, tem lá o
almost sounds Russian.
Jardim de quartinho, né?
According to the internet, 6200 is the max. You get to 6200, that's it. Then you have to go to 7100. So we'll go to that. Because they say 5900 to 6200 is best at night. And then 7100 to 7350. So we'll go manual here, 7100. And then it'll change over 41 meter. And they say you can go up to 7350 and you'll get it's best at night, so we'll go up. So we'll go up from here. Something there, but oh, it's so nice and quiet. $73.50 is the max here. This one's kind of a dud. Had much better luck at 5900 to 6200. Alright, so we're hitting 73 according to the internet. 7350 is the max for the best at night. I'll go up a little higher. Oh, immediately got something.
Acerca del proceso electoral presidencial de los Estados Unidos de América. El proceso para obtener las finanzas.
7365.
Declara y legaliza su candidatura, está oficialmente en camino de convertirse en presidente. El próximo paso es hacer recaudar fondos para la campaña. Pero ¿de dónde se obtiene ese dinero?
It's coming in pretty good. It's Spanish.
Puede recibir dinero de individuos, partido político, comité de acción política o del propio gobierno federal. Otra manera de obtener fondos.
So that's coming in pretty good. Here we got computer language. This is 7454.6. It's computers talking to each other. You hear that? Some kind of computer code where it's data and they transmit. It could be anything. It could be secret messages, it could be secret agents, governments sending secret messages to each other, but you can hear it. Some kind of fast code. And we're going to keep going up. Something there. There's something.
Lately covered it. We had to rip water back up here until it covered a good part of our land, yet it never overflowed. It never done it. So we're going to watch it soon. Yes. We're going to watch and we're going to see the salvation of the Lord. A brother called me last night. He said, "You are living examples, understand? That's the truth. I am an example. God has made me an example."
It's another religious sermon.
And so today,
Never know what you're going to find. You can get a lot of static, but you could find something cool. You have to be patient. There's some loud crap. We hit 880 and it immediately went to crap. So we're going to try some stuff here. Hades 11835. I looked this up. Just type 11835 in. That's Haiti. It's a Haiti station. It's not coming in. And then BBC is 15205. So 15,205. And that's not coming in either. Should. Also, BBC is 14,400. And nothing. I can hear a little bit there. Not much though. Moscow is 11:07:20. This is Moscow, Russia. We're actually getting something. Barely. There's something there, but can't get it in. Now, according to the internet again, Art Bell hangs around 3840. So we'll check that out. 3840. Nothing. We'll just go up from there. Somebody there, but I can't get him. These are amateur guys. All kinds of stuff going on here, but just can't get it in.
You might need it for right.
Yeah, well, he didn't want her to be able to keep this place anyway. He didn't want her to have it. He wouldn't sign it over to him. He had to pay $300,000 worth of inheritance taxes, which was almost all he had. And then the place cost a fortune now, keep it up. And all the time we were running around taking all our money from it. And she didn't know any better.
I can see what you're saying there. Yeah, it would have been easy picking. Yeah, she was throwing money at them, about the tens of thousands of dollars. She didn't know she didn't really have anything left. It was the investors were lying to her. Wow. Oh, John, I told her, I said, you tell that woman you lost $700,000 worth of money. Oh, yeah, come back. I said, you tell her you lost $700,000. Tell her that. She didn't know any better. That'd make a guy mad. Well, he ended up losing $900,000 of it, Eddie, before I got her out. Wow. Well, almost $1 million bucks, dude. It was $1 million. Man, oh man, oh man. $1,500,000 went down to $105,000.
That's crazy.
I think he had this other investment in the cost for $385,000. He lost every dime of that. He's trying to get her out after the guy, the girl was a shyster. She ended up going to prison for a short time. She had robbed people of $900 million. That woman was walking the street now. $900 million she stole. Yeah, I bet you she's got a lot of coffee cans somewhere. Well, something. She's over there on the coast someplace now. I don't know why they ever let that woman out of prison. White collar crime, you know? Yeah, gotta make space, as they always keep saying. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, they put her in prison, sentenced her and everything else, and they confiscated some of the property and gave her like one penny on $100. I mean, she got a little bit out of the $385,000, but $185,000 left of money. Yeah, which I didn't know was in there. Anyway, I've had to do a lot of scrambling for 18 years, Eddie, to keep this place. Yeah, I don't even know how you guys did it. It had to be one fantastic maneuver. When I told her CPA, he said, what are you, a miracle worker or something? He said, I look at these income taxes every year. You know, I got that $80,000 cash for that fiscal this year. And I asked him, I said, what are we going to do about income tax? He laughed. He said, man, you've lost so much money. We will never have to pay income tax. I don't care what you make. There's so many losses, you'll never come above board. Yeah, and actually, it's legal to take that off. Oh, yeah, he just laughed. He said, if you got $500,000, you wouldn't be in the green. Either you got $2 million, wouldn't be in the green. He said, don't ever worry about making too much money. He said, you can't ever get out of the hole with that place. I told him what we did in Nevada. He said, boy, he just jumping up and down. He said, man alive. He said, that's one a lot of good headway. I'm sure you're going to have to get the broomstick after a few of them, after a few of those people. You just got to keep that pressure on all the time.
Well, I've got to come up with about $20,000 right now for that water wheel. That's my biggest problem. And I don't have that much. I only got about $6,000. That goes up, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to give him $5,000 check to get started on when I go up. That's a big pressure. I mean, I guess all together, if I pile money and everything else, I wish he takes the visa. I could give him $10,000 to do that.
Oh, in a business like that, you mean he doesn't take it?
I don't know how he's got it set up. He's all those guys that cash on the barrel here.
Well, that's going to be cash for him. They may charge some kind of a carry-on charge there, but it shouldn't be very much. You could probably look up his name and look at, he must have a computer site.
Well, I don't know. But I know he's drilling wells up there. He's drilled 3 wells so far. He punched out my neighbor's well. I mean, I can throw a rock from my place to my neighbor where he drilled the well over there. And then he went up way up above the creek. He's not going to have fun up there drilling through that rock. I mean, he's going to have to drill about 700 or 800 foot well up there through rock. Anyway, I mean, that's going to be grand. But, anyway, he's got one up there. He can follow my place. I have a lot of clay for at least 100 feet. And I don't know whether I can probably punch a well in one day. He drilled the well in my neighbor's in one day. He had trouble to begin with because he was on cave and all these because he had such a gravel on that side. Mine has clay and gravel. But he didn't have anything. He was gravel and DG over there. He could generate granite. And he just punched it on down. Went 310 foot well on that one. And mine, I don't know. I guess probably 300 foot would probably be enough for it. Or whatever. He's going up there now. He's going to have to put a deep well in that place. Because up that creek, up that canyon up there, up that canyon, to go the deeper you have to drill. And 7IU.
And 7IU in the group, K9HSS. Well, boy. Well, I think you might have an idea. You might have an idea that would work. Is, okay, if you got, say, 6,000 or 7,000 cash, then you could find out whether you could use a visa, and then pay deal on write-off on solar.
Yeah. And anyway, that's something else I got to do. I got to go put that into this space.
Well, I'm gonna probably go to bed here because I got quite a bit of stuff I got to do tomorrow. Brian is here, I think. You still here, Brian?
Yep, I'm still here. Good evening, I am still here.
K90HSS. I'll see you guys later. I guess that just means, looks like it'll be another week before you'll be heading up, huh?
What's that, Eddie?
It looks like another week before you'll be heading up, huh?
Well, I don't think I'm going to catch up, to tell you the truth, but anyway, it'll be a Monday. I hope I can leave and go down the hall. That's what I plan on. I hope to do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you get there, we'll hear you. I'll be on here tomorrow night. I don't know. Are you going to be home earlier tomorrow night?
Eddie, I don't even know. I got to, the next day is Sunday after that, so I've got to, get ready for that. So I won't be staying up late because I have to get up so early and drive 43 miles there one way. At least I got some microphone stands today. I went to Bakersfield and went down to a music store and I bought some microphone stands so I can take the stands and leave them without having to take them and load them in the car back and forth all the time. Then if I wears me out.
Yeah. That's quite a problem, all right. A lot of stuff to lug around.
Yeah, I got to take the recording stuff, but carrying those microphone stands, they weigh about 20 pounds apiece.
Yeah. Well, I guess you'll figure out what to do there and keep it up for a while until you get this all straightened out somehow.
Yeah.
I guess you always knew the water deal would be pretty costly.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot cheaper there than it is here. It's a lot cheaper than what I thought. We figured $60,000 for the well. And this guy is selling them for $20,000.
Oh, that's a whaling difference, whaling.
Well, the guy that was supposed to come down and buy these antique guns for Eddie, and he didn't show up. He's having a well drilled up there, and it's going to cost him $80,000 for the same well there that I'm putting one in for $20,000 officially.
Wow.
And it's some clay. All it is clay up there. It's easy drilling.
Yeah. And that's in California, right?
That's the difference in the drillers.
Oh, in Nevada, it's a different driller, and that's the difference, huh?
Well, it's just the drillers. They can get what they want to. Those people can get anything they want.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, you're talking about drillers in Nevada?
Well, this guy, the other one in Nevada, one of them wanted $90 a foot. That's 26 cents. washer and dryer place, I put the dryer, where the dryer was, I put the well tank.
Yeah, we have ours in the house too. Yeah, in the basement there. Yeah, well, sounds like you're making headway and you got the right guy. You know, what else can you do? I guess, who knows? Maybe you could hit a really, really good vein without going fantastic, long ways down. So I suppose you don't know the answer to that until he does it. But I agree, he probably could do it pretty quickly. Once he started, it probably would not be over a couple of days.
Well, he can drill the well in one day. Then he's got to finish. He's got to run the pipe. He's got to run the pipe and drive the pipe in 10 minutes. And then he's got to run the well up down in there. It'll probably take him 2 days on my well. Probably 2 or 2.5 days maximum on my well. The one where he is right now, it may take him a week. Because where I am at, water, you can get water at 240, 250, 300 feet. Most of the people are drilling the well 300 feet. And if you go up the creek, if you go up a half a mile up the creek, you got to drill 700 feet. If you go up a mile up the creek, you got to drill 900 feet. If you go 2 or 3 more miles up the creek, you may have to be 1,000 feet. There's no telling how deep he's going to have to go to get water. Because they have to go down to the level of the valley floor. That's where the pools of water are. And all the rest of it is just sand and granite and stuff on top of that. So he's got to drill all the way through down to the level of the valley to get water. And he's got to go at least 100 foot down below that. So I'm at 5,100 feet. This other guy is going to be at least at 7,000 feet. You know how deep that well's going to have to be?
Wow.
That's a lot.
He must have buku money.
Maybe that's why he wanted to do it, so he can make a lot of money. I just hope he doesn't run off when that one gets working him over. But they say he's got good equipment and ability to drill through solid rock is nothing for him, so I hope so.
Maybe what I would do, maybe after you get up there, find out where he is and go see him personally and, I don't know. I guess you'd Brian, do you hear that?
Yep, I hear that.
Yeah, when you talk close to it and into it.
Yeah, it changes the audio pattern of it. It's that's a high com in it.
756.
Roger. Yeah. Get in that thing and try to see where you can set the bandwidth on it. If it'll do that, like I said, this 10 seconds real easy. You just go in there and set the bandwidth. There's nothing to do it. I mean, nothing. But these other radios, you've got to jump through 10 hoops and turn upside down and stick your tongue out and pat your belly and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Well, I'll figure it out. I'll make it better yet. Anyway, 7-3 guys, I'm going to shut off and go ahead and get the house. And I'm going to have a bad job and tell me what again. So we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Well, you're loud. I'll tell you that much. I don't think I like the 706 audio better, but I'm sure this is a prettier rig.
Oh my, is it?
Yeah.
You got a spectrum scope and everything on it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I didn't like my 10 tech to begin with because I turned to this 1000D. But for the ease of operation on that thing, I like it. I like it a lot. It doesn't have the memories and stuff like this one has in it. Easy memories. You have to do a lot more stuff to do it, but programming that thing is a piece of cake.
Well, see you, Lee, 73. I got to get out of here, too. It's after 1. So, see you guys later. I'll try to be on here tomorrow night. K9 Hotel, sugar.
Good night, Eddie. And Bill, I'm sure surprised to have you in there this late. And Lee, I'm glad to hear you on there with the rig loud enough where I can hear you.
Well, I got enough stuff to the Alpha. You can bet on that.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever hook up the 706 to the Alpha?
Yeah, I had to use the foot switch. And that foot switch didn't work for beams, and really drives me nuts.
Oh, so you hooked the one that goes into this 756 into that one?
It's hooked up to the Alpha right now. All it takes is a cord, an audio cord, a phono cord, or whatever you want to call it, with to the RCA phono plug on it, plug it in, and both ends, and away it goes.
Okay. Well, my little right here, I had to get a relay switch in between because it's got such high voltage on the relay in it. But anyway, I think I will run this 10 back up there. I've been running that one on 40 meters. But it's okay. It's got good rejection and stuff, you know. It's got real good rejection.
Jim, all this thing does in the radio is it grounds across the fire of the amplifier. That's all it does. Oh, it's not really. It's just got a relay in there, something that closes and shorts out the terminal in the back of the Alpha to make it check on the transmitter.
Alright, so 3913, that was a pretty good conversation there. Talked about some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to keep going up. That static is hard to take. Another conversation on 3975. This is Amateur Ham Radio.
Yeah, that's what I was watching on weather in that chair. That's what I was understanding. We can just get some light drizzle here most of the day. Starting there all about 3 o'clock. I mean, there's some storms, you know, on showers, just light showers here. That's real salty down along the river.
Yeah, I'm in a chat room with the weather service, and I saw a question a little while ago where they said the Savannah River is going to probably
Sounds like Georgia.
down there for flooding. It's never been
Sounds like a lot of rain in Georgia. So this is the radio. You can get a lot of cool stuff. You can listen in on people's conversations. Oh, we're going down. Gotta go back up. Oh, just listen to that. 44,000. It got real quiet. Oh, listen to that. $4,007.5. We got that computer noise again. This computer's talking to each other. There's just a tone. So 403.39.5. It's just a tone. Who knows what that is? Now 4056.0, that's another tone. Now there could be information transferred here. Secret stuff. There's 4156, some kind of tone again. And try this. This goes up. This goes up every 5. Now there's computer noise again. Secret stuff. Another one. This moves up every 5 kilohertz. Probably should have been doing this. $60 meter. Whoa. There we got something. $48.56. Crazy tone. There's a crazy tone. $49.06. This sounds like computers talking to each other again. There, 49.13. Crazy tone. Whoa. Okay, this is time. 5,000. This tells you the time.
At the tone, 6 hours, 15 minutes, coordinated universal time.
So that's the time. There's a couple different channels. 10,000 is another one. It tells you the exact time by the atomic clock. And it's universal time, so 6 hours, I think. I don't know, it must be England is universal time. Or, I don't know what it is. Turn it down, it's loud. Got something there, but too much noise. There's 5156, another tone. $52, $56, another tone. Oh.
Perverted to it. Now we're facing another thing. The community. How many times has Satan tried to destroy the community? But to do that, he's got to bind the strong man. And that's me. And how many times have they tried to bind me? And sometimes they did pretty good for a period of time until God would set me free. Put me in jail for 77 days. And then God set me free. And people are still saying, well, he went to jail for this, and he went to jail for that, and he did that. And I keep telling you, what do you care about what I do? What I tell you about is what God is doing. I don't care what you do. Let me just give you another, for instance.
There's a religious station, 5765.
Well, I'm not against abortion. I'm not against the Obama. I'm not against the New World Order. I'm not against all these churches and liars. I'm not against them. I may expose them. I may tell you, but I'm not against them because these things must take place. And that's something else that folks get upset with me. But that's the way it is.
That sounds pretty colorful.
Now again, with a storm that has been predicted to be the worst in over 20 or 30 years. Now, we did go through several storms here. We went through Hugo, which was terrible. But this one now, they tell us that the water surge is going to come in. They changed the way a little bit about it. It's going to come up tomorrow, Saturday. Supposed to get right off the coast of Charleston. And where I am sitting now is just 50 miles inland in the low country of South Carolina, where the water will back up all far.
South Carolina, I'm going to move on. South Carolina is pretty darn far away from me. And that was coming in perfect.
Overwhelming and compelling. He stepped in. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to make a request. You don't have to have faith. I'll do it. And he just stepped in and did it. We're still talking about it. We're talking about it 2,000 years later. Hebrews 4:15 says, "For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched."
It's coming in pretty good. 58:30. Another religious channel.
And that is the truth. Everything
it's that guy again. I'm going up, right? Yeah.
I would use same.
Oh my God, it's so loud. There we go.
Hemos establecido contacto con Caritas Cuba y estamos contactando otras organizaciones para canalizar los fondos recolectados hacia sus proyectos de ayuda en el oriente de Cuba. Y repiten, toda la ayuda será enviada.
Sounds like Cuba again. Boy, Cuba transmits a lot. They must have a ton of stations. Russia probably sets them up. There's a tone.
Yes, that's right. I think sometimes people just get stuck in something and then it becomes attractive to be stuck there. Somehow the devil says, I got something.
6090, another religious channel.
And you just stay there as long as you keep staying there because it doesn't take any faith to stay.
Another computer talking to each other. Oh, listen to this. This is cool. $70.50. It's two computers talking to each other. Hear that? That's cool. I don't know, it could be satellites, who knows? Well,
Ministerio de la Construcción y son
that's coming in really well.
En el Caribe en un precio base de $3,000 cada uno. En eso se comercializa, eso no es lo que cuesta porque el costo de esas viviendas son muy baratas, se hacen allá en Caballo Blanco. Yo he ido personalmente a la fábrica y sé que si repartir o entregar o vender esas casas en Cuba sería muy fácil. Entonces eso
Spanish again. 7365.
You can't join yourself to another body. You can't do it. If you do it, you commit sin or fornication against the body. Now, these are the things that people isolate you from. I keep telling my people here that we have. I'm 83 years old. I'm not 90. My tribe.
Oh, we hit 88,000 and it got real loud again. Real staticky crap. Let's turn it down. Smells like tire again. Some weird, eerie, ghostly stuff.
Below out of the sky, American fighter planes, which that's what we're preparing to do in Syria. That's why the Russians moved in those S-300 last week. Now they already had the S-400s there. They moved the S-300s in days ago. They are preparing to shoot down American warplanes over Syria.
Right.
Because those warplanes are going to be sent in to bomb Syrian military bases.
Here's what we're looking for.
And the Russians are going to take them out. And baby, World War III is on.
And the U.S. and the media continue to try to pin all this on Russia. Fior found a great clip of a correspondent interrogating a Russian official today on that very topic. Fior, you know more about that?
Well, I do know that it's a report from RT, and it's the Russian ambassador to the UN, Vitaly Turkin, in a media conference in New York, I believe earlier this week on Monday, answering tough questions on Russia's campaign in Aleppo.
At a media conference in New York, Vitaly Turkin faced some tough questions about Russia's campaign in Aleppo.
How do you then explain the fact that your country is carrying out an indiscriminate bombardment along with its Syrian allies, killing civilians, women and children in eastern Aleppo in defiance of international humanitarian law?
Well, first of all, of course, I cannot subscribe to the less than elegant phrasing of your question. I understand where you are coming from. Well, had it not been for our involvement in Syria, it might well be that the black flags will be flying over Damascus. It could well be. Our military are trying to choose their targets very carefully. Eastern Aleppo has been taken hostage by Nusra and some others who are working with Nusra. Please give us a recipe how to deal about it. Sometimes we heard from the United States that one of the problems was that their targeting methods were much more sophisticated than others. So they were alleging that they're in a better position. They were in a better position to avoid civilian casualties. So we're saying, fine. In that case, this is another incentive for us to get together to make sure that our actions do not cause any civilian casualties. Unfortunately, it didn't work out from the perspective of the United States.
And so basically what he's saying is we've made the efforts to work together with the U.S., but the U.S. wants to tell us how this whole conflict is going down. And basically he's saying if it hadn't been for us, ISIS flags would be flying in Damascus right now.
Right, and I just want to point out that that is precisely before, that was on Monday, that press conference and that statement, and that is before we were reading reports that that Russia's defense ministry, one of their media channels is saying, quote, schizophrenics from America are sharpening nuclear weapons for Moscow.
That's right. They're expecting the U.S. to move against Russia. ISIS flags over Damascus, that's really what Obama wanted. The Russians got in his way. This war has not gone down the way that they expected.
Right.
It's gotten uglier, deeper, nastier than anything the regime in Washington ever expected. They did not anticipate Russia getting involved in Syria. They just thought Russia would sit back, protest, and watch the U.S. regime take over another country, like they did Libya. But this time, the Russians, back in 2013, said, no, you're not going to do this. This is where we draw the line in the sand. And the Russians have been resisting the U.S. regime since 2013. Edward.
One of the first things I looked at on this, going through each of the escalations, I mean, first of all, the U.S. was sending missile cruises through the Black Sea all the way back to 2014, 2013. This is the comparison of a Russian ship coming through the Gulf. On top of that, if we want to refer back, the former CIA director, Michael Morell, you remember him openly calling for killing of Russians in Syria. You know, this is after Russian soldiers were taken by ISIS and killed and tortured, these other aspects. But he casually was talking to CBS's Carl Rove, Charlie Rove.
That's right.
And just saying, yes, we need to show them we're serious here. These escalations have been going on for the last 3 years. And each one could have been nuclear war.
These people are insane. They really are. They're mad. The people in control of the United States government are mad. They are insane people. They're taking the world to world war. In 2013, do you remember? The United States, Great Britain, and France were going to bomb Syria. We were hours from a massive bombing campaign. Mm-hmm. And the French called it off at the last minute because, for some reason, Obama got cold feet. I recall maybe a London Times, a Telegraph article that said that, you know, we were like 6 hours from the start of the bombing campaign when Obama got cold feet. Well, what gave him cold feet? I would say a phone call from Moscow.
Yes. And Vladimir Putin has been very vocal about I wouldn't say new, but the position Russia holds on the use of their nuclear weapons. And it's as such, they reserve the right to use nuclear weapons if the existence of Russia is threatened. And they did. At that point you're talking about, there was a call saying, we will use nukes. They rolled them out, and it was visible. They had missile launchers.
And at the end of last year, at the time, you know, this buildup of 350,000 Arabs in Saudi Arabia when they were going to invade Syria with that massive army. Just before that buildup was announced, Putin made a cryptic, well, it wasn't so cryptic, he made a remark that the missiles on the Russian ships were armed with nuclear warheads. And my speculation is that Russian intelligence knew about the plans for a 350,000 man army, and they were sending a message months before, we will nuke them. If they start marching, we will nuke them.
And what you just described is actually a new doctrine that has arrived in this last 5 years called escalate to de-escalate.
Escalate to de-escalate.
Yes.
I've not heard this before.
This is actually covered in a 60 Minutes report on the U.S. nuclear armaments and capabilities. Well, the short and skinny of this is that both Russia and the U.S. have accepted the use of minor, small-yield nuclear weapons to show that they will and are willing
to use the big ones.
Yes.
So, with this new doctrine, Russia or the United States, or both, may detonate a small tactical nuke somewhere to demonstrate we're ready to go to the end of the road. We're willing to unload all of our ICBM warheads on your cities. That is frightening.
But we can't be the only ones that are aware of this doctrine between the U.S. and Russia. What do you do with emerging nuclear power states like Iran and North Korea? Now they say, hey, you guys have already accepted this as part of your doctrine. You know, we can too.
That's right. I want to go back to what the Russian news media is saying. Again, the Russian people are not, when they read their newspapers or watch their television news, they're not getting any news about Kim Kardashian.
No.
What they're talking about is nuclear war with the United States.
That's why 40 million of them went into bunkers this week, because they know this is real. One newspaper in Russia said, should Russia defend its ally, talking about Syria, or consider striking against the Americans, but this would definitely lead to a third world war. Russia can win big in Syria, but it can also lose big. We must not forget that in Syria we are playing an astonishingly risky game. The newspaper went on to say, according to our fighter pilots, the best we could do is shoot down a few coalition forces, but this would mean a full-scale war. And then what Dior mentioned was the story that came out yesterday, that Zvezda, which is the Ministry of Defense television network, it would be like the Pentagon's. The Pentagon has a cable television network, right? As some cable systems run. So the Russian Defense Department has one called Zvezda, and that's who put out the statement yesterday. Schizophrenics from America are sharpening nuclear weapons for Moscow. Now that's not a tabloid newspaper in Moscow. That's the Defense Department of Russia. Right. That's an official statement from their television channel. They think we're getting ready to attack them. If you think I'm getting ready to attack you, what are you going to do?
I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to put up a defense. I'm going to do something to get ready.
Not even preemptively strike. I always go back to Charlie Brown cartoon. There's this one Charlie Brown cartoon where Charlie is knocked out cold. He's on the ground. He's seeing stars. He's out. And Lucy's standing there. And she's still got a clenched fist. And the adult is saying, why did you knock out Charlie? And she said, he was thinking about hitting me. That's what the Russians are going to do. They're going to knock out Charlie. The Lord told me last year he was going to cut off the head of the snake. I didn't think I'd be here in the United States to witness this destruction. I asked the Lord to get me out of here. He's kept me here, and I'm willing to be his slave. But if it was up to Rick would not be here. Rick would have been out of here a long time ago, because I've known for years this is coming. For 18 years I've lived with the vision of nuclear war, destruction of burning cities. For 18 years I've been on the radio warning about it. A year ago I said, I can't imagine I'll still be in America by fall of 2016. I'm still here. I'm here because the Lord has kept me here. And I told the Lord I'm his servant, I'm his slave. I mean, what's the worst that will happen? You go immediately into the presence of the Lord. What grieves me is my son and his wife and their precious little daughter, 2.5 years old. I've lived a good, long life. And if this is, if it ends in a nuclear war, I did my part to warn America. For 18 years, I did my part. I can stand in front of God and say, there's no blood on my hands. If there are any people who heard this program during the 18 years and they ended up in hell, their blood's not on my hands. I never did anything for my own gain. remain faithful to the call of God on my life. But I am concerned about my children and my grandchildren. I honestly wish they'd just get out. I do. I wish they'd get out. I just go. I'll stay here and preach. We're going to nuke you at 3 a.m. next Tuesday. It will come suddenly. Suddenly. Sudden destruction will come upon this country. North Korea. They're talking about nuking us. Everybody wants to nuke us this week. Now, North Korea is ready to mercilessly make retaliatory nuclear strikes against the United States if it seeks to stage preemptive attacks on the North. The North's latest threat came in response to Seoul and Washington's joint naval drills, which were conducted last week in E.C. The exercises involved training for precision strikes on key land-based targets. North Korea's main newspaper, Rodong Sinmun, condemned the drill, saying that the move is an advanced preparation for a preemptive attack on North Korea. They said if the aggressors and provocateurs dare mount a preemptive attack on North Korea, they will not be able to escape a merciless nuclear retaliatory strike of justice. So crazy Kim Jong-un, he thinks the United States is getting ready to attack, but then what did we report a couple weeks ago? That the U.S. and South Korea are planning to assassinate him.
Or take out Pyongyang.
Or take out Pyongyang. So, he's already crazy. I mean, he's crazier than a dead bug on crack. That guy is...
He got Fiora on that one. And the tension's broken.
I'm sorry. Those are the fucking thumbs.
I'm going to laugh my way through Armageddon. I'm going to tell you, I'm laughing my way through Armageddon. This stuff's too serious. I just can't be pressed over it. I'm going to laugh my way through Armageddon. Honestly, folks, you're going to have to laugh, or you'll go crazy like them.
Right.
This is so scary, so depressing. You got to laugh. I am going to laugh my way through Armageddon. The joy of the Lord is in me and on me and around me, and I am not going to be depressed. I mean, again, if we lose our lives, a split second later, you're in the presence of Christ.
Right.
How's that going to be bad? So you can't buy any more cheeseburgers at McDonald's. I mean, big deal. All right? No, you're in the presence of Christ. But these are serious, very serious times, and the body of Christ needs to get its joy. You need to get your joy back and get this depression
All right,
off.
this is a good station, but we're going to move on.
Get your brain focused on.
Oh, really loud. $10,000. Well,
international tensions and economic or financial crisis. So between the rhetoric going back and forth between the United States and Russia and Hurricane Matthew, you may be just about ready for the October surprise. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're up the brink of the sea. We're out of that time.
10,000. That's weird, because I thought 10,000 was the time. It's not coming in. Let me try it. Well, 10,000 used to be the time, and now it's not coming in. I don't know why. It's hard to take. It's really... say up to 13,000 at best at night. And we're getting up there. And after 13,000, then they're not good at night. So we're going to stop at 13,000. There it is. We're going to try Art Bell again at 3840. Alright, that's 3840. It's where Art Bell supposedly hangs around. I don't hear him. Supposedly he's the night owl and he's... Oh. There's something. Something at 3840, but I can't get it. Oh, quiet. 4,000's quiet. Computers again. Alright, so this, we're going to go into a different band.
Ever written. The first book ever written.
This is that AM band.
Take care of your own.
This is air. This is airplanes. Airplanes, police, stuff like that. Sounds like crap. Here's FM. Sounds really good. Can't play that too much. And shining off.